Hey guys, Brox here doing a quick update on the melee Falconer bleed guide that I put out. In this video, we're going to look at a couple different boss fights from the campaign and one from the monos that I just wanted to give you guys an update on how it's going. This footage that you're seeing here is fighting the tower boss at level 49. This was all these fights, just to put a disclaimer out, I'm rather timid because, again, I don't know all the changes that they put into 1.0, so I don't know if he has new moves, if his moves hit different, hit harder, hit less. So I'm just playing it a little bit, on the fly, but it didn't even take a single point of damage. Extremely easy. Build is extremely tanky. In this clip, I'm just showing how tanky the build actually is. I can literally just stand at level, I think this is actually level 52 mobs hitting me at level 50, and they don't even do any damage. The build is incredibly tanky. Far more tanky than I was even expecting. And honestly, I'm going to put out a video why I think this is not a great thing, because I don't honestly think that Rogue should be the tankiest class in the game. I think that should be reserved for something like the Paladin class, but they're insanely tanky. Here we have the Lyath fight right before Lagon. She moves around a lot, and again, you're going to see me play rather timid because I don't exactly know if she has any new move sets. If there's anything I need to be watching out for, but as I get more comfortable and I start realizing the attacks are pretty much the same as they've always been, and I can move around where the damage is going to come from, I just start going in on her and speeding up the fight a little bit. Also, this is a good point to notate, I did change aerial assault out for shift for the immunity. I just think immunity is far too important in the build, and not knowing if the tech with smoke bomb worked, I didn't like the concept of not having immunity, so I did swap aerial assault for shift just to have the immunity on the build. It works great. Shift costs no mana. Actually, I think it actually gives me mana from the cost reduction that it has with the mana reserve that it gives, but it also gives you increased bleed chance when you come out of the shift. So it does help the build. It is actually beneficial for the build. And again, it grants the immunity. And here's Lagon. So I went into this fight pretty confident that I could probably survive pretty much anything. I had joked on Discord that I may try to tank the beam just to see if the beam could even kill me. But not wanting to kill my character right away, I just decided to do the fight as the fight, and it was a joke. Literally, I don't think I took much of any damage in the fight. Just spread around, going back and forth, still playing a little timid because, again, it's Lagon. This guy is known for just, wiping out people. This is campaign Lagon. It is not mono Lagon. That's coming. I actually just unlocked his monoliths. We're going to see the Raye fight here in just a second that I just did. But I'm doing this at level 62, which is definitely higher than it would be if you were at level in the campaign, because I went and I got Woven Flesh for this fight. So I wanted to make sure I had 100% crit avoidance going into this fight, just to make sure that, his slam into one-shot beam combo didn't kill me. So I did do that, which obviously gave me a bunch of levels. So we are level 62, and we do have Woven Flesh in this clip. So we're going through. This is pretty straightforward. We're just clearing it out. Again, I'm not threatened by pretty much anything in this fight at this point. Going into the second phase, I'm still not honestly threatened by much. I know his mechanics. I did him plenty of times in early access. The big thing is just, this was probably the closest call, is just making, he was a little close on that beam, but I did have shift if I needed to shift across, so it wasn't that big of a deal. Here you're going to see me shift out of that one shot. And again, you can see me tank the hit there, and it pretty much did nothing to me. The other benefit is Falcon Strikes has culling at 16%, so you're going to see Lagon just fall over here in just a second, because when I go back and I hit Falcon Strikes on the other tentacle, he instantly dies. So right here, you're going to see me hit Falcon Strikes, and he instantly dies because there's culling on Falcon Strikes at 16%. Here are the stats. So again, you can see I'm playing hardcore solo account found, pretty much capped reses, about 1,000 HP, 80% block chance, which is insane. And that's going to reflect here when we have 90% glancing blow with 100% crit avoid. We are incredibly tanky. Almost into an insane level, because with crit avoidance, we just take flat hits. Those flat hits with glancing blow at 100%, or almost 100% of the time, is 35% damage reduction on all of the basic hits. And then you have your resistances on top of that. So really strong. Here I just wanted to show what a Exiled Mage looks like in monos, just deleted. So you don't have to worry about fighting mages. They're a joke for this build. You literally just drop a bunch of caltrops, you open the thing, he gets a bunch of bleed stacks, you hit him once and he kind of falls over and melts. So if you're worried about, like, what about Exiled Mages and monos, they're a joke. You can open all of them. So here's the Raye fight. The one notation about this fight that you're going to see coming at the very end is I tank the one shot. And because Silver Shrouds is so broken, it does no damage. So, again, I have a lot of gripes with the fact that Rogue is so good at everything when it comes to being a tanky class, because I don't think they should be this tanky. I absolutely do not think Rogue should have the insane damage that they have on top of the amount of defensives that they have. They have insane defenses. Glancing Blow with Silver Shroud is just a busted combo when you're talking about things like resistances on top of that, etc., etc. And no other class really has that. I mean, that's the thing. So right there, I tanked the hit and it literally did no damage to me. The damage you saw me take was actually from the flames when I moved up a little bit and took a little bit of the flame damage or the dot damage. But the actual one-shot hit, if you go back and you slow it down, you'll see it says dodge, and I take no damage from it. So here again are the stats at this point. Again, around 1000 HP. My resistances, except for lightning, are all capped. And in this case, my glancing blow is over 90% now. It's 92%, so even more chance to glance. I'm going to go finish up the campaign now, and then I'll report back later.